What's up YouTube? I'm here doing my predictions for Shogun versus OSP. Let's be real. Most of these fights are garbage. I'm only going to predict the most important ones in my opinion. So that's 5 fights. I'm going to predict 5 fights. First is Leonardo Silva versus Charlie Brenneman. Both these guys are pretty much just grapplers. I think both guys only have 1 or 2 wins by TKO. So, this is hard. I mean, this is probably the hardest fight just because both these guys suck. It's weird that this is the 5th biggest fight on the whole thing, but it is. I guess I'm gonna go with Charlie Brenneman by decision. I say that with no confidence because both these guys aren't very good, and I honestly don't think it matters which one wins because I doubt they'll win their next fight in the UFC and then they'll probably just get cut after that. But I'll pick Brenneman. I think his wrestling is going to get it done. Next we got Seal Magalesh versus Trevor Smith, and I think this fight is going to be exactly like the fight with Taufladides. I think Seal is going to hit him with a big punch and then just swarm him and win by knockout in the first minute or 2 of this fight. So Seal Magalesh by knockout. Now we get on to the main card and the 3 fights everybody really cares about. Warley Alvarez versus Alan Jabourne. And Alan's a really good striker. I think Warley's a really good striker. I think the difference in this fight is going to be like Warley's last fight against Lyoto, which was his grappling. And I think Warley gets the submission. I think he's just the better grappler. I think striking wise they're probably even, just like how Warley and Lyoto were. But grappling, Warley clearly had a huge advantage in that fight, and I think he'll have a huge advantage in this fight, so I think Warley wins by submission. Next, Ian McCall versus John Lineker. I know a lot of people like John Lineker, but the dude has no grappling. I mean, he gets taken down and he's like done for. And Ian McCall's just gonna hit takedowns on him like that all day and night. Ian McCall's gonna do what he did in his last fight, like, against Brad Pickett. He's just gonna go in and out, get takedowns whenever he wants. This fight is gonna be like John Lineker's fight with Ali Baghdadinov, except it'll be more exciting. But I see McCall winning this fight pretty easily. Either 30-27 or late submission. Main event: Shogun Rua versus OSP. Shogun, he's looked really good in his last 2 fights. Even though he lost to Dan Henderson, he was winning that fight. Both those rounds that he won could have been 10-8 rounds. It's just Dan Henderson knocked him out in the 3rd. And then the fight with Tahuna never got knocked out, and Shogun Rua knocked him out with 1 punch. So, even though he lost his last fight, he's looked amazing in his last 2 fights. And St. Preux has also looked really good. But I think Shogun's gonna win this one. I think Shogun is gonna catch him. I wouldn't even be surprised if Shogun catches him in a submission. I think OSP might go for a takedown or something, and Shogun might lock up a leg lock, which sounds weird, but for some reason in my mind when I think about this fight, that's just how I see it ending. Shogun might win by knockout, you never know, but for some reason I see him winning by knee bar, so I'm just gonna say that. Shogun Rua wins by knee bar. 1st round, let's say. Alright, thanks for watching guys, please like and subscribe.